At some point, ambition doesn't collapse. It doesn't burn out. It doesn't shatter. It simply goes quiet. You wake up one day and notice that the hunger that once pushed you forward is no longer there. Not because you failed. Not because you're depressed. But because something inside you stopped responding to the idea of more. This is usually where people panic. They tell themselves they've become lazy, unmotivated, soft. They search for productivity hacks, discipline systems, new goals to reignite the fire. But the fire doesn't come back. And the harder they push, the flatter everything feels. What's unsettling isn't the lack of ambition itself. It's the absence of desire for its return. You don't miss the struggle. You don't crave the grind. You just feel neutral. Philosophy has a wordless respect for this moment. Nietzsche warned that once a person climbs beyond survival, beyond necessity, they face a more difficult task: creating meaning without hunger. Ambition thrives in lack. It feeds on distance between who you are and who you think you must become. But when that distance shrinks, ambition loses its fuel. Modern culture never prepared us for this stage. We were taught how to chase, how to build, how to improve, but never how to live once improvement stops feeling urgent. So when ambition fades, we assume something has gone wrong. Camus would say the opposite. He believed that meaning doesn't disappear when desire quiets. It reveals itself differently. The silence you're experiencing isn't emptiness. It's the absence of illusion. The illusion that forward motion alone gives life value. This is why the feeling is so disorienting. You're not suffering. You're not stuck. You're just no longer hypnotized by the next milestone. And without that hypnosis, the world feels strangely flat. People around you still talk about goals, upgrades, growth. But their language no longer hooks into you. It sounds distant, mechanical, like a script you've already outgrown. This is not burnout. Burnout is exhaustion with resentment. This is something else. This is what happens when ambition finishes its job. Psychologically, ambition is a compensatory force. It pulls us forward when something feels missing, when identity feels unstable, when worth needs proof. But once stability arrives, once the nervous system relaxes, ambition no longer has a reason to scream. So it whispers, and then it stops speaking at all. That silence feels like loss because we were told ambition is the self. Without it, we fear becoming empty, directionless, ordinary. But this fear misunderstands the moment. What you're facing is not decline. It's a threshold. A space where action no longer comes from fear, lack, or proving, but from clarity, from choice, from alignment rather than urgency. The problem is that clarity feels boring at first. There's no adrenaline, no identity boost, no dramatic narrative, just presence. And presence feels terrifying to a culture addicted to momentum. So if ambition has quietly disappeared, don't rush to replace it. Don't force a new hunger. Don't panic search for another mountain. Sit with the silence long enough to understand what it's saying. Because sometimes, ambition doesn't leave because you failed. It leaves because it's no longer needed. And in that space, something subtler waits. Not drive. Not hunger. Not striving. But agency. You are not broken. You are just awake.